The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Gail in Tampa. Hey, Gail, what's going on?
Hey, love your program. You're amazing.
How long you been listening?
Oh, my gosh. Well, off and on for about maybe, 6 to 7 years.
Oh.
I mean, just on the radio. Didn't understand the TV. And then I go out to Seattle once a year. We have a trading club out there.
Okay.
And then he started talking in class about your book, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the guy that I listened to in Florida. And then I started watching your TV live, and it's just amazing. I need to become a tiger.
Well, you're already a tiger. See, you've been out there 6 years. See, once you check in to TFNN, you can't check out. It's like Hotel California. It's pretty sick, I know.
No, it's great. And I have some gold I want to try to get over to you, and then I want to buy some coins for my grandkids. So I appreciate what you're doing. I think it's amazing. You're just really amazing. Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 3 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. It's a TGIF Friday, folks, and we got a Super Bowl Sunday coming up. The Pats and the Giants. Oh, baby, it's going to be a good one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 156, NASDAQ up 45, S&P's up 18, gold contract down $31, trading at $1,728 an ounce. Silver up 61 cents at $33.55 an ounce. Platinum down $7 at $1,622 an ounce. Copper up 12 pennies at $3.90 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.50 at $97.83 a barrel. Bonds down 2 points at 142.20. Dollar index off 2 ticks at 79.09, and the euro is trading at 131.42. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You go up 19 points. You gap higher with the jobs number this morning. We are at 1344, 90, and what you have out here is this. Okay, so the highs of the May highs are 1370. The 1356 was the July high. The 1344 what we're at was the February high. Now, what do we have volume-wise? Well, we know it's anemic. It's 900 million. If we go over and we go to the SPY, we take a look at the SPY for a second. This is what you have. On the SPY, we'll do the same thing. We'll bring it back. You put it on a weekly. What you have happening is this. So I'm going to go to the first high out here back in February. February, 134.56. Now, we're at 134.54 right now. We did on that first week, we did 836 million shares. We went to a higher high, 137.17, with 896 million shares. We tested that 135.70 with 670 million shares. We did 741 this week. Now, this is what you have. So it's 741 in correlation to 670 and correlation to 890, which is the high, and correlation to 868. So in the context of going into that high, that's not that bad. In the context of how we are at lows, meaning downtown, it's terrible. But what does happen there is it's actually how you're coming into the top first. And we're shot right now above 200 million. That's on the SPYs. If we go over to the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow. This is what you have happening in the Dow. Dow goes up 156 today. We bring this back. We'll also put this on the weekly basis, and this is what you have. The high in the Dow is 12,876. We got to 12,869 today. If we use the diamonds, we take a look at the diamonds, and we use the diamonds. We bring the diamonds back to the 010, and what we're doing here, folks, we're putting all of these on weeklies. So this is what you had with the diamonds. The diamonds made a high out here. That high was 128.63. We did it with 47 million shares, and we're coming into that with 34 million. So you're 10 million shot, but it's going to go tag it. That tag is 128.63. Now, NASDAQ. Let's go to the composite first. What the composite does, composite goes up 45 bucks, and what the composite has, now this is going to get interesting what the composite has, because what we've done in the composite, number one, is, well, first off, we've gapped away quite a bit. The composite, we have to take this and we have to actually bring this back, and this is pretty cool, actually. What the composite has done is this. The composite has cleared everything, and, this has been going on for about a week. When I say everything, the swing point when you go back on the composite is 28.92 was the swing from 2001. Now, that means that you are into, it's pretty wild, actually, you all the way back 10 years. Now, in that context, if I put this, let me put this on a monthly for a second, so it gets a little bit clearer. Okay, so the composite's at 29.05. At 29.05, we have 28.92 is one swing point. Next swing point is 3,008. And what does happen here is that you are absolutely into the downdraft that was created in 2000. We take a look at the three Qs. We bring the three Qs up here. This we have inside the three Qs. We'll bring this back a bit. First off, I'm only going to bring this back to 08. The reason I'm going to do it on a weekly in 08, because what you can see in the context of how we're going up here, it's dramatic, the rise, no doubt. We've just gone from 52 to 62 in 10 weeks. That's a good number, no doubt about it. What we did it on, however, is 223 million, and that was taken out the highs up there at 233 versus the downdraft out here of August 5th. Now, what we do have is that, when we first came down, folks, okay, what we had done is that we broke a channel, and it was an intense channel. Now, that channel, we actually got right to the top of that channel today, and the channel I'm talking about is this. So this is what ends up happening. When we came down in July, the three Qs were 59.83. You come down hard, you come down with 627 million on the weekly, and then we came down with 800. What we just did is that we actually went right into that channel line today with 223. Now, it looks like it wants to up-spike that channel maybe Monday or Tuesday. It's right into it right now. That is the normal occurrence, meaning that it likes to test that. If we take a look at how the test got done, now if you're in your car, folks, what we're looking at is this. We're looking at a diagonal channel, okay? That channel is coming right from the bottom of March of 09, coming right to where we are today. And what you're going to see is you actually broke that channel in August. We're up on the other side of it. Now, what ends up happening with channels is this. And it's like they have a memory. And how you hit that channel tells you what type of force you have. So watch this. This is pretty cool. So we break the channel with 627 million. We get a little bit lower, and then what do? We go back up and test the channel the week of October 28th. Now we test that channel there with 372 million shares. Can't make it. Gets up to 59.30. And you got to remember something. As the channel goes out, you can get the higher price because the channel is diagonal going up. So now what ends up happening? Remember that figure there, the 372. Well, we hit this channel with 223. So you can also see what's happening is that you're dying in the vine as you're getting up there. We'll see whether Monday, you get another gap away, because what does happen inside the NDX 100, what you do have is this. You have more than a few small gaps. There's a bunch of gaps in here. Today was a good one. We'll see whether you basically get another gap away. All said and done, let's go over inside the NDX 100 and see what was moving that baby today. Inside the Index 100, you had Gilead Sciences, Sears Holding, First Serve, and Akamai Technologies. Taken away from it was Wynn Resorts, Vertex Pharmaceutical Research in Motion, and Electronic Arts. Now, if we look at the biggest one, which was Wynn Resorts, it's not a bad setup. Wynn is at 114. Yeah, it does want to test about the buck 110. Had volume today, but you can see that's not something huge. We go over to Apple. Apple is still the biggest weighting inside it. That's 14% weighting, I believe. What you have with Apple? Apple closed at 459. You had 10 million shares. That's going over the highs of 34 million. We go inside the Dow Industrials. You take a look at what was pushing the Dow up there today. You had Caterpillar, IBM, Chevron. Those are the big numbers on the way up. McDonald's, Procter & Gamble, PG. I'm not quite sure. Procter & Gamble and Merck were the only red Dow stocks, and that they must have went red. Yeah, they went red the last couple hours of the trade out here. And if we do go over and look at Procter & Gamble, this is going to get interesting. Now, what's this is all about? Okay, so Procter & Gamble, folks, this is pretty wild, actually. Okay, so Procter & Gamble came off the high of $66. You're at $62.77, but what Procter & Gamble did today is break a B point of an ABC down. It's like, what's wrong with Procter & Gamble? 67 is the A, 62 is the B, so you get $5. That's saying 58, and 58, next swing point 61. Now there you go. At 57, 56, you get volume down there. I'll tell you, that's pretty strange. Yep, but Procter & Gamble, bottom line, and it does have a high volume low at 57. It broke that swing today. Let's put this on a weekly for a second and see what we have here. Yeah, Procter & Gamble was the one that got toasted in the flash crash. Yes, it was, Mark. No doubt. Okay. So if we take a look at the weekly basis, oh, look at this. This is interesting. Wow. So I get Procter & Gamble up on a weekly basis, folks. This is pretty amazing, actually. Procter & Gamble's been trading in the same place since 2009. And what is sticking out like a sore thumb, though, is that when it came down to $57.56, the week of August, that's where it's going. You had expansion with volume down here. That's where the baby's going. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We have the Dow up 156, NASDAQ up 45, S&P's up 16. We're going to be right back.